This year's economic conference titled Why Huntington Beach spoke directly to that question with 4 different panels of discussions: new businesses in town, development, importance of tourism, and jobs workforce development, each panel featuring experts in their own fields.
We see every day what's happening right here in our own little backyard, but what's happening in the region? You know, how is what we're doing affecting what's going on in the region? And then let's talk about the state level, and let's talk about the national level. And quite honestly, this is a global economy, so we need to know what's going on in Europe, because what happens there affects us right here in Huntington Beach.
Giving perspective on the overall economy, however, was keynote speaker Andrew Policano, Dean of the Paul Merage School of Business, University of California, Irvine.
So, how many of you have looked recently at your Social Security statement? You know the number in the box that says, here's what you're going to get? Okay, here's the number you're going to get when you're 67 or whatever it is, right? Everybody got that number firmly in mind? You're not going to get it. Forget it. You may get that number, maybe at age 70 or 90. You may get that number, but guess what? You're going to be putting in a larger amount, right?
Dean Policano certainly put everything in perspective. He certainly, what really makes him unique over more, of the popular economic experts is the fact that he's able to take that sometimes dry subject and certainly make it interesting and not necessarily funny, but he injects a certain sense of humor that makes it a palatable subject for everybody, making it accessible to everybody.
Is that the holder of this stock understands and agrees that no dividend will ever be paid on this stock. Then you can read on and it says, shares of stock in Green Bay Packers are not an investment in the common sense. Do not purchase such shares to make a profit. So here is your guaranteed return.
The sobering reality of the current economic condition hovered over the conference, but shed the spotlight on the dynamic, multifaceted attraction Huntington Beach has to offer.
We have a really good story to tell here in Huntington Beach right now. There's a lot of great redevelopment economic activity going on in Huntington Beach, and that story needs to be told.
Although the panels each had a major role to play during the conference, jobs workforce development was obviously a hot topic.
And I think the data shows that across the U.S. we have essentially been flat over the last 2 decades in graduating something like 60 to 70,000 STEM educated graduates, while the demand for those folks is forecasted to be something like 70% higher than the overall average of job growth rates, right?
We need a partnership with employers to be able to give just-in-time learning, and it's not always to new employees. We know that a lot of times we have disengaged current employees who sometimes just a refresher course, getting back and learning how to do their current job in a different way can spark your industry.
The City of Huntington Beach, the Huntington Beach Chamber, business leaders, and sponsors of this year's conference know the unique position and perspective Surf City plays as an economic engine in the region.
If you can make it here, as they say, you can make it anywhere.
It's the HB Chamber that connects the dots, shares the information, a backbone of business support.
We're also here to work for our members, and our members need education. They need to be in the 21st century, and we're here to help them do that. They need to be visible in this community. That's probably the main reason why a business joins a Chamber of Commerce, because we can put people together. We can get your business visible in the community through our website, through our networking, and through our advocacy efforts, because again, if we're not working with City Hall, we're not working. And things don't happen if you don't have a good, positive working relationship between the city and the business community.